Okay, so in today's class, we will discuss about Jenkins pipeline. So till now, we discussed about Jenkins job. Okay, so there are two ways to work with the Jenkins. Okay, so one is the jobs, and second one is pipeline. So first one is job, second one is pipeline. So already we have seen about the job. So we are cloned the GitHub repo. Uh, Next one, we are added the Maven tool. Next, we did for a deployment using Tomcat. Okay, and in the last class, we also tested using SonarQube, and we pushed the artifact uh, that is created, that is built into the Nexus repository. Okay, the same task we will do by using pipeline. In the real time, mostly pipelines are preferred instead of jobs. Okay, so pipeline is also of similar process. Okay, let me show that pipeline concept. URL in the managed Jenkins. So here, so click on the new item. So now give any name for this. So let us take pipeline job. We already it is there. So here click on the pipeline. So till now you are using the freestyle project. Okay, but now you need to use pipeline. So with the help of pipeline, we are writing the scripts. Okay, that's what I will show here. So click select the pipeline and click OK. So here you can see only 4 tabs: general, build triggers, advanced project options, pipeline. Only 4 options will be available. Whereas for job, you can see 6 options. So in the first general, so you are able to see so description and these options. So all these options are similar to the job options only. Okay. So discard old jobs, do not yellow, concurrent builds, so GitHub project, so pipeline. Okay, all these, so this project is parameterized, total builds, all these are we have seen in the job settings. Okay, job options only. Okay, so description, you can give any description here. So this is pipeline project. So build triggers, next one. So here also the same options we have seen in the jobs. Okay, so build after other projects, build periodically. So GitHub. So if you want to any webhooks are there, you can choose this option for webhooks. Okay, so poll SCM, so disable the project, so quiet period. All these options are for same as job options. Okay, so advanced project options, that is generally not preferred, not used. Okay, so it's for only display purpose, not used. Okay, so next one, pipeline. So this is the main place. Okay, so this is the main part we are working. Here you are writing the scripts. Okay, here you are writing the scripts. So here in the definition, we are seeing the 2 options. One is pipeline script and pipeline script from SCM. So I'll explain both. So first, let us take the pipeline script. Okay, so here we have some options are there. So try sample pipeline. Okay, hello world. So we select this hello world application. So you will get a sample code for hello world. Okay, so next GitHub plus Maven. So this is the default uh, code for both. It is having both GitHub and Maven content and a scripted pipeline. Okay, generally we have 2 types of pipelines. Okay, we can use, one is scripted pipeline, second one declarative pipeline. So scripted pipeline and declarative pipeline. So I'll explain about both two, but the process will be same. So declarative pipeline and scripted pipeline, the objective is same, but the representation is different. Okay, the representation is different. So here we have separate option for scripted pipeline. So this GitHub plus Maven. So this is for pipeline, that is a declarative pipeline here. So what is the difference between declarative and scripted pipeline is, so if you select the declarative pipeline, so the code is starting from pipeline. Okay, the code is starting from pipeline, and here you can give the agent any. You are giving the agent any. Agent means, okay, it is the on which machine you are executing the, okay, this project. Okay, on which machine you are executing this project, that is you are specified here. So whenever you type agent any, so then this project can be executed on the available machines. That means on the current machine. Okay, on the current machine, this pipeline going to be executed. Or if you want to specify any name, node name, here you can specify node name. If you have a master node configuration, so there you have master slave is there. So you can give the slave name here, so that this project can be work on that particular slave machine only. Okay, so the difference between these declarative and scripted is, first one, the declarative, the code is starting with pipeline. Okay, and we are representing the machines with the name agents. And when you come with the scripted pipeline, so see here it is starting with node. Okay, it is starting with node. Okay, and we have different stages will be there here. So stage of preparation, stage of build. So likewise we have stage of results. So likewise we have stages will be there in the scripted pipeline. Okay, in case of declarative pipeline, so here also we have stages. Okay, but the difference is here we have one major block is there, stages. Under this we are defining the substages. Okay, under this substages we are again writing the steps. Okay, what are the different steps which are involved? So stages, under that stages we have representing the multiple stages, and under the each and every stage we have some steps will be followed. Okay, so this is the basic outline of this is scripted pipeline and declarative pipeline. Okay, I'll explain the example with both. Okay, so first I'm selecting the this declarative pipeline, so GitHub plus Maven. So here this is a default one only. Okay, this is a default one, but you can edit this one. Okay, so this is a default one, but you can edit this one. So how to edit? So the pipeline agent any. So these are default. They don't need to change this. So tools. So tools means currently you are using the Maven tool, right? So here you can see the description also. So install the Maven version configured as M3 and add it to the path. That means here Maven space colon M3 quotation on quotes given M3. That means whatever the Maven tool you are installed in the global tool configuration. Okay, in the global tool configuration, whatever the Maven is installed with the name, the same name you need to pass here. So here I have given the Maven name as MAVEN. So same name you can pass here. So just delete M3. So give Maven. Okay, so now the Maven is represented. So next one in the stages section. So first one, build stage. So before going to the build, we need to give the clone the repository, right? Okay, before the building, we need to do the cloning of repository. That's why here the stage is the output of the outcome of this stage is building only. That means cloning as well as executing the Maven commands. That's why commonly we can write as build. Or if you want to rewrite, you can rewrite this one. Okay, so clone and build. You can simply write like this also. You can modify this one also. So on the steps, the first step is you are cloning the GitHub repository. So see here the content. So get some code from the GitHub repository. So I'm getting the code here from GitHub repository. So here my code is from in the repository course. I'm just taking this. Okay, here in place of this one entire, I'm replacing this with this. Sorry, up to this part in the colon. Up to this part, I'm just replacing with my repo. This is my repository. So git space this one. You need to give this one. And next one. So now you are given the git clone. So whatever in the job, how you are giving the git clone, that means GitHub URLs. Okay, everything you can pass like this. Okay, but here one more doubt. So since this course is available as a public repo, right? But in general, in the real time, you don't have the public repos. All the repos you have only private repos only. So when the repo is private, then you have the username and password. Then how to give the username and password? For example, if it is a job, okay. So if it is a job, there you can give the username and password, right? So after giving the repository name, so it is asking for credentials. Okay, if the repository is private, then you need to give the username and password. So simply by add here, and you can give the username and password here for the corresponding repo. But since it is a public repo, so there is no username and password here. Okay, so but how to if it is a job, so you can give like this. But how to give the credentials in the pipeline? So for that, so just to see here at the bottom, you have an option pipeline syntax is there. So when if you click the pipeline syntax, so this is the default. That means how you write the programs. Okay, how you write the script. Okay, all this script can be okay. It is given by this process. Okay, it is nothing but a snippet generator. That means, so if you just enter the details, so here you are giving the repo URL, you are giving the credentials. Okay, so same details if you pass in the snippet generator, it will generate the code. It will generate the script. Simply you can copy that script and paste here. Okay, I'll show that part here. So now here on the steps, so just select here. So you have an option called git. Select the git. So give the repository URL, the same URL I'm giving here. So and the branch is master. If the branch is different, here you can change the branch. If any credentials are there, then you can give the credentials like this. For example, I'm taking the credentials, but these are not actual credentials. So just click on the generate pipeline script. So now see, it is giving some code. Okay, it is giving some code. Just copy this code and paste here. Just paste here. That's it. Okay, so the same code it is generated. If the code is in the repository having the credentials, then you need to pass the credentials like this. Okay, but I don't have any credentials, right? So then just unselect this one. So click on the generate pipeline script. So see here. So this is we got the same thing. Just a copy and paste here. The same thing. There is no difference. Okay, so in this way we can write any script. Okay, we can write the script for anything. Simply, if you don't know how to write the script, simply click on the pipeline syntax and just give the details, and okay, you will get the generate. Click on the generate pipeline script and you will get the code. Simply copy and paste here. Okay, so that's it. Now, so GitHub cloning is done. Understood this process, right? Any doubts here up to this part? Any doubts here? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. Right. Now here, so the git clone part is completed now. Next one, maven commands. So here, if you see the next option here in the maven, okay, so here run maven on a Unix agent. That means if the maven, if you are using in the Windows machine and if it is a Linux machine, the commands will be different, right? Therefore, if you are using a Linux agent, Linux machine, then this is the command. Okay, for installation of clean package. Okay, so this is the command for clean package. If you are using a Windows machine, so then this is the command. So what is this command meaning? sh means shell. You are using a shell script. So mvn, nothing but maven command. -d maven dot test failure dot ignore is equal to 2. That means if the test failure is okay, if in a test you are getting any failures, that means if you are getting any errors, then what happened? The build failure should happen. Build is failed. But instead of that, even though if you are getting the failures in the test cases, then you need to get the package. That is the meaning of this. Okay. -d maven dot test failure dot ignore. Failure ignore is equal to true. That means even though if any failures are there in the test cases, then ignore that. And by ignoring that, you can simply generate the package. So that is the meaning of this command. Okay. So now after this, I'm just deleting this part. I'll explain this part later. Now, so this is also Windows related part. So that is also I'm deleting unnecessary content. Now see, so what happened? I did not write any script here. All the script that is already there, I just modify the script. So if you want to see the command here, maven command, if you want to see, so if you don't know how to write this command, so simply go to the pipeline syntax. So select the proper tool here. So see what is the maven tool. So build a job. Okay, so for build a job, so select this one. So project to build. Yeah, just go to the maven tool. Let's see this one. Project to build. So let us pipeline job. Let's take this one. So this one. Here this is archive artifacts. You can also use that one. So you can see the number of options here. Okay. For all the tools, you can see the number of options. So archive artifacts. So Windows batch script. So for building a job. Okay. So next, clean workspace. So delete directory. Okay. So like this, you can see number of. So Git related. So JUnit testing purpose. Okay. Next one, so mail, email related. Next is artifact uploader. So these options are available only when you install the plugins. Yesterday we installed the plugin, right, for Nexus. So then only this option is available. Okay, so node, allocate node. Node means if you want to work this project on a different machine, so then you need to use this option. Okay, so next, set the job properties. Okay, so read file from the workspace. So shell script, so stage, sleep option also there. So sleep option means so it will delay the execution of command for a specified time. So tool. Okay, so like this you can use if it is and, so you can use with and. If it is next Gradle, we have the Gradle option. So sonar cube. Okay, so like this we have for Maven also we need to see one option, but it is not available because Maven is not installed. That's why here it is not showing. If the Maven is not showing here, what I need to do? So just to go to the manage Jenkins. So go to the plugins, install the plugin. So then only that Maven related option is available. So just click Maven integration. So just add the plugin. Then you can get the options related to the Maven. If any tool is not there in the list, then simply go to the plugins and install the plugin. Then you can see the corresponding options for the plugin. So now I will show how to write this script, this part. So this is already done, right? So by using simply that option, we can give. So plugin is installed. Now go to the pipeline job, configure. Now here, we did not. Here we have click on the pipeline script. Now if you see the Maven related command, is gladly. Here only we can able to see the option. If the option is not visible, then do one thing. So first save this pipeline job. So restart the Jenkins. If any option is not visible, so just restart the Jenkins. Just a moment, it is restarting. Now go to the pipeline job, configure. So here this is related to the Maven command, right? So just select this one. We'll show that option later. But with when Maven is installed, then only you are able to see this one, these options. So anyway, I'll show that part later. So now here I have installed I have given the Maven command. So now just I'm saving, apply and save, just run the job. Let's see here, click on the pipeline. So it is started by the user admin. Okay. So now it is building the this success. So here now the course.var is generated by using pipeline job. Previously we are generated the course.var, okay, by using a job. Now the same thing we are done by using a simple pipeline script. A simple pipeline script, we are executed the job. right? If the script is there, then it is very easy to work with the script instead of creating the jobs every time. The script is there, then simply you can change the script here, whatever the repo you want. Okay, just change this repo URL and use this one for getting the package. So and after that, so what is the next step? I want to deploy. So now the package is completed. So I want to, if you want to test, you can test this package by using the Sonar Cube. Okay, for Sonar Cube options, so here you can use the Sonar Cube. So just go to the Sonar Cube option. Here I have shown, right, Sonar. So you can test the package by using Sonar. So here Nexus is also there. Okay, to see with Sonar Cube environment. So here with the help of this Sonar Cube environment, so now here you need to give the details. Okay, what is the token for Sonar Cube? Here you need to pass the Sonar token, already given, right? Okay, you could not find new credentials with ID token. So just give the new credentials because already URL is changed. So just pass the token here and click on the generate script. You will get the corresponding Sonar Cube information. So here inject environment variables. The following variables will be set: Sonar host URL, Sonar host authentication token. Okay, like this, you need to give the inputs. So if you give the inputs, then if you add the token, then the script will be generated. So then use the script and paste there. Then the package will be tested. And after that, if you want to push the package to Nexus, okay, if you want to push the package to Nexus, then so here we have an option, Nexus artifact uploader. So if you set same options, you can see here Nexus 3. So protocol is HTTP. So Nexus URL. What is the Nexus URL? You can give the Nexus URL here. So you can give the credentials for Nexus. Okay, so group ID, version, repository, artifacts. Yesterday, what we done, the same thing you need to give here. And so after adding this one, click on the generate pipeline script. Then you will get this type of script. Simply copy the script and paste there. That's it. So in this way, we can work with both Sonar Cube as well as Nexus artifact uploader. Okay. So now after this, I want to archive the artifact. Archive means, so I want to zip the package. Okay. So already I got course.var package. Now I want to archive this package. Archiving means so compressing and zipping. So for that, I'm using the process here. So again, here I'm using next stage. So that is a next stage I'm using here. So here in the next stage, just remove this part. So archive, you can write archive artifacts. Now see here the steps, just remove this content. So this is not required. Now here you need to give the script. So if you don't know how to write the script, simply click here, pipeline syntax. So after this, so archive artifacts, the first object is archive the artifacts. So what are the files to be archived? So just give the path. So see here, you can give the archive artifacts, you can give the path like this. So target slash star.jar, okay, or target slash star.var. So like this, archive the artifacts like this, you can give the default path. Okay, so I'm giving this path. So I want to archive the var file because currently I have var file only. Okay, so just generate the script. So see here, you are getting some script here. So just copy the script. Okay, so copy the script and paste here. And just here, you can type sh, between these two, you can write this. Okay, now just apply some error here. So expecting star. Okay, here you need to pass the, I'm getting the path, course.var. Still I'm getting the error here. So what is the path here? I need to give the path pipeline underscore jobs slash target. So this is the I want to zip this package. That's why I'm giving this one. Expecting okay one this one. Here. So the first one is okay. For this it is okay. So for stages this is okay because this is not in the proper pattern. That is why it is showing the error. Just build the job. Let's see what happened. Because some syntax error here. Expecting open job 21. 21. Control C. So paste in a notepad. You will get here. This is done. And here we have 3 open brackets. Here we have 2 open brackets. So for this, okay, the mistake here it is. Here you need to write the steps in the stages itself. That means here you should not give. Here you need to give. So after this, you can write the stage. There is no error. Expecting just a minute. There is no error. Copy. This is step. The steps process. Okay. Here I need to paste that. Here 2 open brackets are there, so 2 closing brackets. It is fine. Here 2 open brackets and 2 closing brackets. That is also fine. Okay, here multiples are copied. That is the problem. 2 times I have duplicated. That is why it is throwing the error. Now there is no first one is okay. Second one is okay. one, that's okay. Fourth one, okay. Uh, there is a issue. There is no SH here because this is not a shell script. So this is not a shell script. That's why it is throwing the error. Now apply and save. Just build the job. This time. So here you can see the stages here. Okay, so here you can see the status also. So declare to tool install. So clone and build, archive the artifacts. So here what happened? So no artifacts found in the match path. Okay, so in this file there is no that corresponding file is not available. So where is the file available? So the file is available under this path. Just view the path, and you won't get any error. View the absolute path. Just build this. Now here you can see the first one success. Clone and build. Achieving configuration. Configure. So what is showing here? Archive artifacts. So this is the sample of what multiple artifacts, multiple different patterns. This is the way you can give. So I can give like this. Target match. Post that one. Let's see what happens. Just do this. Now it is success because the path is wrong there. Now this package is now it is archived. That means it is a zipped file. So now in this way we can use this pipeline. Now till now what I did, so I have just cloned the GitHub URL, and after that executed the maven command, and after that archive the artifacts. Now I want to deploy here itself. Okay, so like whatever the in the job, how you can do the same thing I want to perform here. I want to deploy the same thing in the Tomcat. For that, I need to choose whether Tomcat is there in the machine or not, and I need to ensure it is running or not. Just I'm logging into the machine. Let us check here. There is no Tomcat here, so I'm going to download the Tomcat. So, these steps. Yeah. Hope you know this process. After that, just comment this line. After that, message. So Tomcat is started. Let us check the Tomcat is working or not. The Tomcat is not working because on 8080 currently Jenkins is running. So I need to change the port. So for that, I need to move into the conf folder. .xml there, changing the port. I'm changing the port to 8090. To folder down. Tomcat is running on the port 8090. Tomcat is running. So let us check manager app unable to access or not. It's unable to access the manager application also. Now, what I need to do, I want to just whatever the file that was copied, okay, that was generated here, that is course.var generated, right? So I want to copy that file into, okay, this Tomcat web apps folder. Then the deployment is done. So for that, so we need to take this stage here. Okay, so put this part. So next, just to paste here. What is the stage? So deploy the artifact. You can write rename here. I'm writing. So the artifact. Now for that steps, in that steps, what you need to do. So in the job section, if you want to do the deployment, so how do you, what is the plugin you need to use? Okay, in the job section. So if you want to do the deployment, so in the build section, in the post build section, okay, the build section, you are using the, I think you are not installed the plugin, that's why it is not showing. You need to install a plugin called deploy to container. Okay, you need to install the plugin called deploy to container. So that is available here in the plugin section. So deploy to container. So this option, you need to install this plugin. So then only you are able to see the Tomcat related plugin. Yes, so plugin is installed. So in the job section, if you see here, now you are able to see one option in the post build section. So deploy var or ER to container. So here you are giving the details of that path, right? So ER file, so context path, you are adding the container and you are giving the details, credentials of that one. So similarly here also, so if you don't know how to write the script for this, so just click on the pipeline syntax. So the pipeline syntax here you are able to see deploy. Okay, here you are able to see deploy. What is the deploy? So here that option, if the option is not there, simply restart the service. Then you are able to see that option. Okay, so just save one. I'm restarting this one. Because if the option is not available, simply restart it. Then only it will appear. Yes. Now you can give admin password. Now, go to the pipeline job. Now here the configure. So here you can see the view here. Here's the pipeline script. Now see here. So now you are able to see the option, right? So deploy where ER to a container. So this option is visible. The option is not visible. Simply restart the Jenkins. Then you can able to see the option. Now the same options you are able to see here. So now what is the where are ER files? So those are available under this path. Same details you can pass here. So context path, that is course, and add the container. So you're using the Tomcat 8.x. I'm using the Tomcat. So here give the Tomcat details here. So username and password. I'm giving the Tomcat details that I added already. So these are the Tomcat credentials. And now here you can give Tomcat details. And what is the Tomcat URL? So since the currently already have worked with the Tomcat, right? So this is the URL of Tomcat that is working on the port 8090. You can pass this URL. If the Tomcat is installed in the other machine, you can give that machine URL. Now just generate the pipeline script after adding all the details. So click on the generate pipes script. So just copy this. Just copy this line and paste here in the deploy. That's it. Now deployment is done automatically. Now just say apply and save. Now currently, if you observe here, able to access the source application because that application is not available in the /opt Apache Tomcat. Okay, I think I don't have the options to view full view. Okay. Okay, I have the full options, right? So just move into the web apps folder. So currently, see, I don't have any course.var application file is available under web apps. Now, when you run this script, now you are able to see the file in that target in that web apps folder, and you are able to access the course application. So simply click on build. Now see here the stages. So Maven currently is executing, achieving artifacts, and finally finished. So here you can see attempting to deploy one var file. So now /var. So from this, okay. So doing a fresh deployment and finally deploying is completed. Now let us check whether the file is available here or not. See now the course.var is available here. Now if you check the context path course, see I'm able to access the application. So this is the way to deployment by using a pipeline script. Okay, this is the way to deploy using pipeline script. Understood? Understood how we are writing the job, pipeline job. So this is the script. So any doubts here? How to write the script? Is that easy? Because here there is no need to learn any script here. Simply you can use this. If you don't know how to write the script, use the pipeline syntax and give the details. Then you are getting the script. Simply copy and paste the script here. Then it will work automatically. Any doubts? No doubts? We don't have any doubts. I'll show one more thing. Next one. So this is a declarative pipeline. So I'm renaming this one as the declarative pipeline. Pipeline. Now see here, I have the option. So deploy the artifacts. So this is the view for a pipeline. So declarative tool installation is completed. So clone and build. So cloning is completed. Archive artifact that is also done. So deploy the artifacts. That is also completed. Okay. Now I'm going to see one more option, that is scripted pipeline now. So click on the new item. So here I'm writing the scripted pipeline. So select the pipeline option. Okay. The same options here, except that I know I need to use scripted pipeline. So here scripted pipeline starts with node. Okay, scripted pipeline starts with node. So now see here what I need to edit here. So here it is showing the different stages. So different stages like here. So first stage is preparation, nothing but git clone. You can rename this as git clone. Okay, so you can remove this unnecessary content. So here also same thing, there is no difference. So here in place of this, you need to give the GitHub repo URL. Just pass the URL here. So first step is done, and second step, so get the Maven tool. So this M3 Maven tool must be configured in the global tool configuration. So I already done this one, the global tool configuration. I have completed this one, but the name is not M3, it is Maven. Okay, the tool name is here Maven. Now that is the first stage. Okay, configuring Git as well as Maven. Now after this, second stage is build, that is building the artifact. So here what is the command? So with the environment, so we are creating the environment variables here. Okay, after creating the environment variables, so it is if the operating system is Unix. Okay, is Unix. So this is the command going to be execute. Same command that is going to be execute. So Maven. So -d Maven test failure ignore. Okay, so clean package. Same command that is executing. Or else, if it is a bat means Windows. If it is a Windows machine, so this command is going to be executing. So currently this is only Linux machine, so this command is executing. Okay, so I'm removing this part. Okay, health part I'm removing. So now, so next one, test stages. So you can keep this or not a problem. So archive artifacts. So this is the already we have done this part, right? The previous pipeline script. So simply apply, save. Now if you run this, so now see git clone is the first stage, building is the second stage. So results, in the result section we have got an error. So what is the error in the result stage? So no test reports were found. So configuration error. So just remove that, because in the git clone in the repository there are no test cases we are given. That's why it is throwing the error. So removing this part. Just remove this part, it is not required. So here in place of results you can write RQ. Just apply, save. Just build the script. So these also doing why. No artifacts found that matches target.jar. Since there is no jar file, right? It is var file. So that's why it is throwing the error. So you need to be very careful while giving the data. So that is .var file. Now see, it will be success. So git clone is done. So building is in progress. So that is completed. Archive artifacts also completed. So job is success. So you can see the success message here. Or if you want to see the logs, so click on the logs. So here you can see the logs also for each and every part. Okay, if you want to see separate section, instead of, if you don't want to see the logs for entire thing, so just click. For example, here I got error. So what is the error? So on this option, you can select this one. So here you can see the error here. Okay, so no need to see the entire logs. Okay, now if you see this one, so the entire logs, so job is success. Now this is the scripted pipeline. In the scripted pipeline, I have done the 2 steps. So how to give this type of syntax? So this syntax is come with the default script, but here you need to pass. Okay, you need to pass the corresponding code, that is repo URL you need to give. For this, just use the pipeline syntax, the same thing. If you don't know how to write the script, so simply use this, the same process. Repo URL, credentials with you, then you generate the pipeline script. It is showing the same thing. Okay, just give the, apply the same here. You will get the copy and paste here, and just use the build command to get the output. Now I have done the 3 steps. So git clone is done. So Maven is completed. Archiving also done. Next, I want to do one more step, that is main step, deployment. So here I'm using the next stage called deployment. So deploy artifact. Deploy artifact. Now for that, I'm using the deploy to container script. So just go to the pipeline syntax. So here, so deploy to container, the same thing you can give. Okay, you will get the same type of script. Okay, so here you can give slash dot var, context path is slash course. Okay, add the container 8.x with the credentials, same credentials, URL. So Tomcat URL you need to pass. Okay, so generate the script. Now you need to copy this and paste here. Now that is done. Apply and save. Now before building, I want to remove this file, existing file, because you don't know whether it is deployed or old file is running. So there is no course here. Okay, there is no var package. Now I'm doing the deployment. See this. Job is success. That is why job is success. So deployment is completed. So deploying the ports that were in this path. Now here if you see LL, now this is available. Ports that were with the new time. So 1541, a new time. Okay. So now if you try to access the URL, then you are able to see this one. Okay. So similarly, you can give the webhooks also, because this should automate, right? If you want to automate whenever the developer changes the code, then this will be automatically changed. For that, you need to pass the webhooks. I think you know the process of giving the webhooks. So here itself, you can choose the option webhooks. So here the option webhook you can choose and just apply the webhooks in that manage Jenkins. Then you can get that one. You can get that one. Okay, currently I'm not showing that part because then you know the process. Okay, so now I have done the 2 steps, right? One is scripted pipeline is completed, and second one declarative pipeline is completed. So 2 ways I have shown how to do the deployment. But here one the drawback of this method, we have one drawback of this method. Okay, so here the code is directly visible. Okay, here the code is directly visible. Okay, if anybody access this machine, and there is a possibility of changing the code. Okay, there is a possibility of changing the code because of the So the deployment will not be happen. Maybe some errors will be there. Okay, but we don't know who is changing this. Okay, code sections. Okay, if anybody changes this one, okay, so we are getting some error, but we don't know who changed this code. So that is a drawback. Okay, for that, what we are doing, so instead of writing the script here itself, so we are using pipeline script from SCM. That means we are copying this entire script. Okay, we are copying the entire script and pasting in a notepad, and we are pushing that script in the GitHub repo. We are keeping that file in the GitHub repository with the name Jenkins file. So this is very interview important question. Jenkins file with the name Jenkins file. We are keeping the code. Whatever the code you have written here, the same code you are placed under a file called Jenkins file, and you are pushing this file into the remote repository. So now I'll show that part. Here I have already copied the code. Okay, but here is only artifacts. I'm choosing this pipeline job, configure. So here taking the declarative to configure. I'm just copying this code, pasting in a notepad. Okay, now I'm saving this file with the name Jenkins file on the desktop. Make sure this should not be this should not be a text file. Make sure this file should not be a text file. So for that, I need to remove the text.txt part. Yes. Now I want to push this file into the repo. Okay. For that, I'm taking the git bash here. For that, I want to pull git clone. So first, I'm doing the git cloning. Git clone is completed. Now I'm just moving this file. Okay, move Jenkins file. Jenkins file. It should not be text file, but still it is showing text file. Okay, just removing this file. What is the content of this file? Doing this part. The content of this file. Okay, I have copied the wrong one. Here I want to rename this file. Yeah. So this is the file I want to rename. Removing the extension Jenkins file. Now let us check. Now Jenkins file is available. I'm just moving this Jenkins file into the folder. The codes. Able to see Jenkins file. Now I just push So if you see the git status, so one file is added, Jenkins file. So git add and give the file name directly. To the git commits. Jenkins added. Git push. Able to access this one. Not three. Okay. Currently, this URL is changing here. That's why this. So I'll do one thing. So instead of doing that one, I directly let's create a file here itself. You can also do in this process also create a new file with the name Jenkins. Here you can view the content of that file. Here the quotes Jenkins file. Here and write. Now here I'm able to see the file Jenkins file. Now go to the pipeline script. Okay, here I'm deleting everything. Now here Jenkins. Now here I'm creating a new job, fresh job with Jenkins file. The pipeline, okay. Here I'm instead of using the pipeline script, I'm using the pipeline script from SCM. That means from source code management tool. What is the source code management tool I'm using here? That is GitHub. Therefore, you need to give the Git as the tool. So from the Git, you need to represent the name. See here, the name file name should be like this, Jenkins file. Okay, therefore I'm just renaming this file. Okay, just renaming this to file. Let us do one thing here. Here itself we can give the name as small j. No problem. The name should match. So here need to give the repo URL. The repo URL here. If it is a private repo, input pass the credentials. If it is a public repo, not required. So the branch is master branch. You need to specify. So repository browser, so that is not required, optional. So this is very important. So script path, that means where the pipeline script is available. So what is advantage of giving this Jenkins file via GitHub? Because whenever if anybody changes any file, okay, any code, then he should commit the code, right? Okay, what I did right now, I have modified that file and I did the commit. Then in the logs, he can see the commit history. So we can see who changed the file and what is the content of the file he changed. So it is very clear and transparent. So it is very easy to identify who changed the code. So that is the very advantage instead of giving the script directly in the pipeline. Okay. So that's why in the real time mostly preferred this one only. So we are giving the Jenkins file. Okay, and we are keeping the script in the Jenkins file, and we are pushing the that file into the repository, and we are cloning, okay, from the repository, and we are giving the script path here. So this is very, very important interview question. Okay, how you are giving the script file in the pipeline. So he's asking the question. So for that, you need to answer like this. So I'll write the script in a notepad. Okay, and I'm rename that text file with the Jenkins file, and I push that file into the repository. So this is very, very safe in the real time, because nobody, okay, nobody can, if anybody change the code, it is very easy to identify who changed the code, because if anybody changed the code, he should commit the file. That's why it is very easy to identify who changed the code. Okay, like that you need to answer. Now I have done my changes. What I did, so instead of using the pipeline script, I using the pipeline script from SCM. You need to pass the SCM. If you are using a Bitbucket here, you need to install the plugin. Then only you are able to see the Bitbucket. Here I install the Git. That's why Git option is visible here. So you can give the GitHub repo URL. And if credentials are there, if it's a private repo, you need to give the credentials. If it's a public, not required. So you need to select the branch. So it's a master. And after that, you need to give the script path with the name Jenkins file. So just apply and save. Now just execute this job. So before that, I want to remove the file here, because again, okay, so now see, there is no course dot file here. Now just I'm building this package. So before that, let me check whether it is accessible or not. See, I'm not able to access the course because that is not available. The package is not there. I'm just building the job. Now see the logs. See, it is success. The same process, what I did, the same process I did via this GitHub. So see here, what it is showing, started by user admin. This pipeline job is started by admin only. But so this script is obtained, the Jenkins file is obtained from this repository. Okay, this file is obtained from the Jenkins repository. So now see, I'm able to access the, so now before that, just check the file. So course.var is available here. And after that, just check the file. Now see, I'm able to access the application. So this is the method that is used in the real time. Okay, in the real time. So this is the method used. So if you are configure the GitHub webhooks, then whenever the developer changes the code, automatically that package will be deployed. Understood? So this is the most important method in the real time that is we are using. Understood? Any doubts here? The same thing you can do for scripted also. For scripted pipeline also, you can do the same method. Any doubts? So this is about the Jenkins pipelines. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll continue with the few topics, very small topics are there. So instead of jobs, we are using the pipelines in the real time. So in the interview also, mostly they're asking the questions on the pipelines. How you are writing the Jenkins pipeline. So do you know how to write the pipelines? So what is the type of scripting language you are using in the Jenkins pipeline? Okay, so see here, what is the scripting language? It is a Groovy script. Okay, it is a Groovy script. The language, so this is the language called Groovy script. Okay, so you need to answer in such a way. So any doubts here, you can ask me. So here you can add one more machine. You can do the practice also. So here So in this machine, I'm using the Jenkins. If you launch one more instance with the Tomcat, okay, so just give the details of the Tomcat. So in that here, the deploying of artifact. So this is the part only change. This URL is changed because the other machine has different URL. So that part is changed. That is the only change. The remaining is as it is. So instead of using the deploy adapters, that is deploy to the container like we have seen, right, pipeline syntax. So here deploy. So instead of using this, you can also use one more thing, simply copy. Okay, so currently the course.var is available under this folder. Now simply you can copy the folder. Okay, you can copy the file and you can deploy the file in the Jenkins path. That means the command is, you know, the copy command, right? sh is a shell command you are using. Cp. So the file is available /var/lib /Jenkins under this workspace. Under this, so job name, that is a declarative pipeline. So declarative pipeline. Under this, we have the target folder. Under this, we have course.var. So you want to copy this file from this location to which location? /opt/Apache. The Tomcat location is there, right? So let us take pwd. So this is the location you want to copy. This line and paste this one. So under this folder you want to copy. Okay, so this also will work. This command also will work. So just I'm commenting this one. So commenting can be 2 slashes. Okay, just save this, apply and save. Now build the job. So here no artifacts. Target dot, it's a configuration error. So you need to provide the correct path. Otherwise it is throwing the error. So you can provide the complete path. In the archive artifact itself, it is failed. Target, but not target dot where. So see here, it is skipped due to earlier failure. So it is not reached to this stage because the previous stage that is failed. So it does not match anything. Target exists, but not target slash. So just see the content here, what you are given. Target slash, yeah, it is star dot where. Star is missing here. That is the problem. You can easily identify where the error will be. So here it is failure because permission denied. So permission denied means here it is not allowed to place here in this particular file, in this particular folder. Okay, cannot create a regular file because permission is denied. For that, what you need to do, you need to change the permissions of this particular folder. Since currently all these are available under root. Okay, all this folder structure is available under root. Okay, so but here you need to if you see the /var/lib. Okay, so see the Jenkins /lib. So if you see the Jenkins folder, the Jenkins folder is belong to the user Jenkins. Okay, the Jenkins user is belong to the user Jenkins. But here Apache Tomcat user, that is belongs to the user root. So you need to change the owner of this file. You need to change the owner of this file. So for that command is sudo chown. Recursively, you need to change the owner to Jenkins. Tomcat. So now see, if you see the owner of the folder Apache Tomcat will be Jenkins. Okay, but this Jenkins user is not added to the sudoers list. Therefore, you need to add this file to the sudoers list. So this file is available under /etc. So here, move down. So see here, we have only root user is available here. Only root user available. There is a Jenkins user. So create the Jenkins user. So same thing without password. So we don't have the password for the user. Therefore, you need to provide this value. Just save and quit. So for this, force quit. Now let us build the job again. See now, job is success. Why? Because that folder does not have the permissions. That folder does not have the permissions to copy the file from this location to this location. Okay. Now, if you remove that, oh, let us check whether I'm able to access the file or not. So here you see OPT Apache Tomcat web apps. Now the file is available. Course.wire file is available. So these are recent deployment. So 16.0 recent deployment. So in this way also we can do this type of, by using command also we can give the deployment. We can do the deployment, but it is better instead of going to the command. We need a lot of permissions required and each and everything is required. So that's why instead of that, just go by this. So with the previous, we don't have given any type of credentials. Okay, simply we are using the deploy to container and we did. Okay, so for that I'm just reverting the changes what I did. cd/opt. I'm just changing the owner of the file to root. Currently I have the user as Jenkins. I'm changing the owner to root. cd/apache web apps. I'm removing the file to start post.bat here. Go back. Now just re-execute the job. Fail to undeploy. Let's check the script. And some here space issues. Space issues here. Unable to delete codes. Okay. Already some courses already exist. So this course also after we will try. Now course is deleted. Let us do now. Now see the success. Because already this course is there here. Because of that, it is throwing the error. Now after removing the course, we try to access the application. It will come after some time. It's taking some time. So anyway, so this is the way of giving the pipeline. Okay, the pipeline job is like this. Okay, so if you have any doubts here, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll move to small topics. With that, I'll end the Jenkins tool. Any doubts here? No doubts? Okay. So next I want to show one thing here. If you see the logs for each and every, for example, if it is a Jenkins file, so you are able to see the logs like this. Okay, that is, we can call that view. Okay, we are calling that as view. So we can change the views. Okay, we can change the views here. So this is the notepad where you can, now this is the notepad here. So I have done this. So pipeline, declarative pipelines, so two are completed. So I have given the sample example also for both scripted pipeline and Jenkins pipeline, declarative pipeline. And after that, so I want to say some plugins. So here, how to change the view of jobs for a view of jobs and pipelines. Okay, so to change the view of jobs here, you need to install one plugin called Build Pipeline. So this is the plugin you need to install here. So go to the Jenkins. So manage Jenkins. So install the plugin called Build Pipeline. So this is the plugin you need to install. So this plugin is used to see the view. You can see the different view. Now just click on here. So click on the plus mark. So here you can see the option build pipeline view. Just select this one, give any name. Pipeline view. Click on OK. So what are the available pipelines here? You can see you need to give the description, the name. Okay. Build pipeline view title is not required. So here you need to choose the jobs. So this option is used to mainly to view the jobs only. So for pipelines, we have a different option. So sonar job. So it is currently we have only job, one job is there. So sonar job, that is we are giving here. And how many number of builds display you want to see. So I want to see 3 builds. So just apply, save. Now see, so this is the view. Okay, so this is the view I'm able to see for the pipeline view job. So now just run the job. So sonar job currently it is running. If it is green, it is success. If it is red, that is error. These plugins are mainly used for checking seeing the views only for views. So it is in progress. There we are giving this process, right? Sonar jobs we are given. That's why it is taking some time because currently we are not configured any sonar or nexus here. That's why we need to delete that content. For that, I'm just showing, I'm deleting the nexus here. I'm just showing only the up to this part. Just closing this one. So here I want to run the job. So here you can see the option pipeline view. If you click here and run the job, you can stop this job. Anyway, I want to show one more thing. So here, so this is only for viewing the jobs only. So currently here, I have 3 pipelines are there, 1 job is there. Okay, so for to view the logs for the job, we are using a plugin called build pipeline. So similarly, to view the jobs and pipelines for both, we have a plugin called delivery pipeline for pipeline scripts. So this is the plugin you need to install. So again, go to the manage Jenkins, manage plugins available. So here, the delivery pipeline. So delivery pipeline, that is the plugin name. Just install the plugin. So this plugin is used to change the view of pipeline jobs. So now it is success. Now again click here. Now you are able to see the options. So build pipeline view, that is only for jobs. So see here the description shows the jobs in the build pipeline view. So to complete the pipeline of jobs, that the version propagates through are shown here in a row view. Okay, in a row wise view, you are able to see the jobs. Now delivery pipeline view. So it's a continuous delivery pipelines, perfect visualization, information radiators now. So here Jenkins delivery pipelines be for Jenkins pipeline. So this is the option we need to choose and give the name. So here delivery pipeline. Click on OK. Now you need to give the information, same information as previous. Okay. So number of pipelines you want to see, number of columns. So you need to add the pipeline projects. How many pipeline projects you want to add? So currently I have 3 pipeline jobs are there. So declarative pipeline, Jenkins file, scripted pipeline. So just give the names. So I'm giving the declarative, give any name. So declarative. So just apply, save. So now see here, the view will be here different. So currently I have 12 jobs. So triggered by user admin started 9 minutes ago. So here you can see the different views here. You start the job again. So it will show again. So this is for pipeline, build pipeline for jobs, and this is for delivery pipelines for project pipelines. Okay. So if you run the job again, declarative pipeline, I'm just building this one. So just moving to this one here, delivery pipeline. So see here, this is a current job that was triggered. So this is a view only. So all these plugins are used to view the layout of the jobs. And after this, but in the real time, mostly these two are not used. Okay, so they are used in the tool called Blue Ocean. They are used in the tool called Blue Ocean. So for that also you need to install the plugin. So manage plugins, it's available. So type Blue Ocean. So this is the plugin. They are used in the real time for seeing the jobs and pipelines. Let's wait for some time. So for installation of these plugins. So Blue Ocean is installed. Now, when you install the Blue Ocean, here you can see the option Open Blue Ocean. So this will open a separate page, so like this. So here you can see the jobs as well as pipelines. So here you can see the separate thing. So here you can run the job. You can see the status. So this is mainly for view only. So it is click on here. Here you can see the stages also. So Maven is completed. So fetching the environment variables. Okay. So next deploy where to a container. So job is success. So it is taking 9 seconds. A few seconds it is completed. So started by user account. Changes. Any changes? No changes. Tests. No tests. Artifact. So we have the artifact called target slash course.var. So like this, we have the detailed view here available with the help of Blue Ocean. So likewise, similarly for Jenkins job also. Simply just open this job, run this job. That's it. So select here. So it is showing the steps. And job is success. Job is success, it is the green color. So likewise, we are working with the Jenkins. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the Jenkins section. So tomorrow we'll start with the tool, another tool, Ansible. Jenkins is over. Any doubts in the Jenkins part? If you don't have any doubts, okay, you can leave the session.